Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Destiny and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to go ahead and start setting up PayPal. And this one, we're going to be using a PayPal Django package called Django PayPal. And it's really going to help us utilize a whole lot of cool tools, and it's going to help us implement this PayPal checkout functionality. So make sure to drop a like on this video if you want to see some videos like this. And also, you want to get a template to follow along with the tutorial, check out the link in the description below. It should point you to the right direction to get a template. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So from the e-commerce backend logic, as you can see, it says PayPal checkouts using Django PayPal. So that's what we're going to do. So firstly, you want to go ahead and install this. You want to say pip install Django PayPal. Just copy this. I'm simply going to copy this, open up your command prompt, git cmd, PowerShell, terminal, whatever, paste it over here and hit enter on your keyboard. Now this is going to go ahead and install this for you, but I already have mine installed, so it shouldn't install anything for me. It should just say requirements already satisfied. Okay, so now when you install this, some of the things that you'd want to do is go ahead and install this in your settings installed app session. So you want to copy this little thing over here. One of the things that you want to do is you want to copy this little thing over here, and you want to simply get back to your settings.py. So search for settings.py over there, and you want to scroll to the top where you've got your third-party apps, and I'm gonna paste this over here. But if you don't want to do that, you could just come over here and you could say payment integration or PayPal integration. Okay, so PayPal integration. Okay, that's it. Now I want to put a comma over there, or we're gonna get an error. So one thing I'm gonna do is get rid of this and get rid of that, and let's run the server again. Now it's gonna say we should migrate, something like that, but for now we won't be migrating anything. As you can see, I'm gonna scroll up. As you can see, it says we have 9 unapplied migrations. For now we wouldn't be doing that, so let's just keep going. Okay, so now we've finished section 1. Now section 2 says we need to add this URL to the main URL, or rather to our core URL. It doesn't really mean where you add it. So I'm gonna come over to the core over here, and I'm simply gonna paste this down here, and that's PayPal URL. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say hash, and I'm simply gonna say PayPal URL. Simple as that. So it's part PayPal, just like this. Then you want to include, so this include is something that we need to import at the top. So add passing include over there, and we simply passed in PayPal.standard.ipn.urls. So this over here is simply coming from the package that we installed in our terminal, from the Django PayPal thing that we installed. You want to make sure to install that one in your settings, pass this into your URL. And what is the next thing? Okay, this is the next thing over here. We need to go ahead and add the PayPal email and test status in settings.py. So I could simply copy this over here, and this is why I provided this for you. You don't need to type it out all out. I already did the typing for you. All you need to do is just copy and paste, and everything is going to work for you. So over here at the bottom, I'm just going to scroll all the way to the bottom. I'm going to paste this down here. Now this is PayPal receiver email, and this is simply a business email that I've got. And what I could do is this. I'm going to get rid of this. So you want to copy this over here. Just copy this, and you want to paste it in your settings.py over here. Now you'd want to add a PayPal receiver email. So PayPal receiver email is pretty much your email, or the email where the cash is going to be paid into. Okay, so now I'd highly recommend you create a sandbox account to do this, and I'll be leaving a whole lot of links that's going to help you, and documentation that's going to help you get your way around this if for any reason you don't understand something here. But I'd want you to go ahead and create a sandbox account on PayPal. Don't worry, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that in the future, but for now all you need to do is, you could even still go ahead and use my own email for now. It's called desphixs business .paypal.com. okay, .paypal.com, or you could simply go ahead and stick with this one over here. You see this one that I got. I'm gonna get back here. You see this over here. You could just copy the sandbox thing and put it over there, but for now let's stick with this. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to get my own PayPal later in the future. Okay, so now when we've done this, PayPal test should be equal to true. Okay, and when you don't want to test any longer, you change this to false, which means you're going live. So guys, that's pretty much it. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we need to go ahead and create successful pages and payments failed page. So from the PayPal documentation, it recommends that we we create a page where it will redirect to after the payment is successful, and also a page where we should redirect to if the payment failed. So how do we do that? Now in the views, remember we have this checkout. So what we're going to do is simply going to define, and I think I called it PayPal payments completed view. So I'm going to pass in requests. And as you can see over here, what I've just got is this return render thing. So I'm just going to copy it and paste it over here. We simply returned a template called payments complete, and for now I'm going to get rid of this. I don't need this. Okay, so now where we've done this, we also need to create another template for the payments field. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say payments field view. So payments field view, and this one is going to be payments field. So hopefully you understand what's going on. Now let's create the URLs. Okay, so it's going to look almost like this. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to put it down here, and I'm simply going to put a comment. I'm going to say payment successful. So this one is going to be payment dash completed. You call it successful, whatever you want. Now remember what we called it was payments completed view. You call it whatever you want. No, you don't call this whatever you want. Whatever you called in your view, the function name is what you should pass in over here. Okay, and now this is going to be payments completed. Now let's do the same thing with payments field. Okay, so I'm gonna get down here, I'm gonna paste that over there, and I'm simply gonna say payment field. So for this one, I'm gonna say payment field, and over here this is gonna be payments field view, and this is gonna be payments field. So hopefully you understand everything that's going on. We just created some pages now and created 2 URLs for it. Pretty cool. So now let's try coming over to this URL to see what we have. And I'm just going to come over to port 8000 / and I'm going to paste this. Great. So we need to go ahead and create this template now. I'm going to copy that and come over to over here in the core. I'm going to right click and I'm going to hit that. That one should be working now. Now the next one is going to be field. We need to create a payment field.html. I'm going to also copy that. I'm going to come back to the core. I'm going to right click, new file. I'm going to paste that and refresh. There you go, bingo. So we could go ahead and override all this. We got payments completed. I'm just going to get back here. Let's see. Okay, firstly, we got this invoice thing. I'm going to look for it. Right now, we don't have the invoice, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get the invoice page and I'll be back in a sec. And as you can see, from before we had 17 files or items, but now we have 21 items, which means I added some couple templates. Okay, so we have this one called invoice. I'm just gonna grab this invoice and I'm gonna paste it in the payments completed. That's gonna be for that. Okay, and also we have this one called payments field. So I'm just going to open this up. I'm going to grab the payments field and I'm going to put it in the payment field. Okay, so now I think that's what we want. Now if we come over here and refresh, we should see a template, but this doesn't look good. That's not looking sweet. So what we need to do is go ahead and configure this. I'm going to pass in the auto Django thing. So I'm going to come over to view command palette, and actually what I could do is go ahead and get rid of all this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get back to the checkouts, and I want to grab this 3 things over here. I'm gonna get back to the payment field, and I could get rid of all the scripts right now that I'm still at the bottom. And let's hop over to the top real quick. I'm gonna minimize all this, minimize this also, and I'm simply gonna paste this. Okay, so now if I copy this, minimize this also, and get rid of the footer. Okay, and what can I do? I could just come over here and paste this, right? So this should be end block content. Okay, so it's refreshed. Now let's get back here and refresh. Okay, what do you notice? Payments field looking great, right? Yeah. So whenever we payment field, this is what we're gonna get. Payment field, try it again later or go back to the home page. How about payment completed? So let's look at that. So payment completed. Okay, it says reverse for dashboard not found, and that's because I don't have a dashboard yet. So I'm just gonna get back here and I want to get rid of this dashboard thing that I added. I'm gonna get rid of it and I'm gonna refresh. So this is what we got right now. Okay, so in the over here, so this is what we got. When the payment is successful, we get this invoice, and we're gonna be changing up all this later. We're gonna be doing all this dynamically. We're gonna be getting downloading the the invoice, and everything is going to be looking perfectly well. So now this is everything that we got. Now we want to go ahead and write a simple view that's gonna check out. So we want to write a view that when we come over to the checkout, we're gonna see a PayPal button over here that's gonna say something like pay now or buy it, something like that. Then we're gonna be able to click on the button and we're gonna make the payment. So let's start writing very simple PayPal view. Then in the next video we're gonna go ahead and finish it up. Okay, so just over here at the top, but before that I want to look at my e-commerce backend thing. Let me see what I've got over here. Okay, we should do that at the top. So at the top I'm gonna be starting with hosts, or you could call it whatever you want, but they recommend we call it host. And I'm gonna say request.getHost. So I'm gonna say request.get_host. So get host is pretty much going to get this URL over here. So let's say you've hosted your platform and let's say your name is John, and let's say it's johnsshop.com. Now it's simply going to get this URL. That's what getHost is going to do. But to be more specific, what it's going to get is just the johnshop.com. Okay, so hopefully you understand what's going on. Now that's what getHost is going to do. So after we get host, what's the next thing we want to do? We're going to go ahead and define a variable. We're going to call it PayPal dictionary, and we're going to assign this to something. But before we go ahead and continue, I want to import a couple of things. And all the way at the top, I want to import. I'm just going to get down here. So if you take a close look at the back end logic thing, you see that we got all those imports over here that we could do. So I could just copy all this and I could paste it at the top over here. So we imported a reverse from Django URL, that's Django thing. We imported settings from Django, that's Django thing. We imported CSRF exempt to prevent cross-site forgery. Then this is the only PayPal thing that we did over here, which is PayPal payments form. And if you even open this up, you could take a close look at how everything works over here. You can see that we could render the payments form using the render method over here. We could pass in the payments form into the template. And as you can see, all this works. So we're going to be doing all this step by step. Okay, so hopefully you're still following along. Now when we've done this, I'm just going to get down here and we should keep working with this. So the first thing is going to be the business. So the business is going to be like the email where the cash is going to be sent to. So I'm going to say business, and this should be what? This should simply be settings dot, then whatever is it that we called it there in our settings.py. You know what, I'm going to close up all this and I want to look for my settings.py. So what did we call it? We called this PayPal receiver email. Okay, so over here I'm going to say settings.PayPal receiver email. That's where we want to be sending the cash to, or the merchant's email. Okay, now the next thing is going to be the amount. So what is the amount of the things that we are about to buy? Now in the next video we're going to be calculating all this dynamically. We're going to pass in the amount from this over here, but for now I still just want to pass in 200. Okay, so that's going to be 200 USD. Now I could go ahead and pass in the item name. So what is the item underscore name? Since we are ordering multiple items, we could just simply go ahead and return an order number. So I'm going to say order dash item number, and let's say this is simply going to be let's just say 4 or 2 or something. Okay, so now when we've done that, the next thing that we're going to be needing is an invoice. So I'm going to say invoice, this should be, then we can simply say invoice number. So I could say invoice dash number or invoice underscore number, and we should say this should be equal to 2 or 3. Yeah, it should be 3. So now I want you guys to understand something that's going on here. So you might be like, where am I getting all this from? You see all this that I'm passing into strings, they are all dummy data. Okay, so you see this 200, it's a dummy data, this is dummy data, this is dummy data. The only thing over here I'm getting that's not a dummy data is this, because I've set it in my settings.py. Okay, but all this we're still going to be getting it in real time dynamically in the next video. But for now I just want to pass in dummy data in here. Okay, so we get invoice. Now what is the next thing? We're going to say currency, and I think that should be currency code. That's what they use, I think. Hopefully I can still remember. Now this was USD. Now let's say your currency is whatever, GHC, ZMB, RP, rupees, whatever, INR, right? Yeah, I think that's Indian rupees, or NGN, Nigerian naira, whatever, you could pass it in there. But PayPal goes with USD, so we're gonna pass in USD over there. Okay, So the next thing is going to be notify URL. So notify URL is pretty much the URL that's going to notify PayPal that's, hey, something is about to go on. Okay, so we're going to say notify URL, or a transaction is about to go on. Okay, so notify URL is going to be http column / then I'm simply gonna open up this like that, and I'm gonna open up this. That means it's gonna take in two arguments in here. It's gonna take in something over here, and it's also gonna take in something over here. Now what I'm gonna do is simply go ahead and concatenate, and I'm simply gonna pass in the formats that I want. So I'm gonna call host. Now host is pretty much this over here, and remember I said host is whatever we have over here. So when we call host, it's gonna grab whatever we have in the URL bar, and it's gonna append it in here. So automatically, as you can see, we got https column / johnshop.com. That's what we want, but we want to do all this dynamically. So I'm gonna say host, and we simply want to reverse to where we're gonna say call, then this is gonna be call, then column, then we want to reverse to this PayPal thing that we created over here. Or let's see, I think that should be PayPal IP, and that's where we're going to be redirecting to. Okay, now I want to take a close look at something. Maybe we missed out something from the PayPal thing. Okay, you know what, I'm just gonna pass in, I'm gonna pass in the core pay, or let's see what we're gonna do over there. Okay, for now I'm just gonna pass in the PayPal IPN, but what I want to do is simply check out my e-commerce backend thing to see what's going on over there. So as you can see, it's only PayPal IPN over here, and that's because in the main URL I got PayPal IPN. Okay, so I think for now let's just stick with that. So I think that's pretty much what we want to do, and we could go ahead and test this out now, but seems like there is still one more thing that we have to do. I'm gonna take a close look at this thoroughly, and okay, we need to pass in a couple things extra. Just remember, it's not going to be only notify URL. I think we still need something like return URL. Yes, because we created this payment successful thing. You remember the payment successful page, this invoice over here. We need to return to this invoice if payment was successful, so we need to create a URL for it. Now how do we do that? It's going to be exactly the same thing. So guys, you want to make sure that you don't change anything here, or you're gonna run around like headless chicken for days trying to debug errors that you can't find. Okay, so get rid of that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm simply gonna get back here, and I'm just gonna duplicate this. Okay, and this return URL is simply gonna be for this one over here, and I think that should be it. So I think we need another URL, and that one is going to be for the payment field. So for the payment field, I'm also going to duplicate this one, and that one is going to be, I think it's called cancel URL. So over here, actually I want to do something now. Okay, we're going to do that later. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say cancel URL. Hopefully that's it. And now we need to go ahead and get all that. So the payments completed, this was what I called it. I'm gonna grab that, and in the view, this is payment completed. So instead of PayPal IPN, I'm gonna pass it over there, and this one is payment field. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. I think that's all we need to do for now. So now we need to go ahead and render the button. We need to go ahead and render this payments button in the template. So I'm simply gonna say PayPal payments button, or you can call it whatever you want. I'm just gonna say PayPal underscore payments button, and this one I'm simply gonna call, remember the PayPal payments form thing that we got from before. I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna say the initial. So initial should be equal to what? PayPal dictionary. So if I open this up now, you could take a close look over here. You can see that we are actually getting this from over here. This F is simply the PayPal thing that we can call whatever we want. Now we simply say PayPal payments form, then we'll pass initial, and what we should pass into here is whatever the price, the amount, the item name, the invoice. So that's what we did over here, but ours, we already assigned it to this PayPal dictionary thing, and we'll pass it in here dynamically. Okay, so hopefully you guys are understanding everything that's going on. I think that's pretty much it. Now let's go ahead and make sure that we are passing in this PayPal payment button into the template, or nothing is going to work. Okay, so you want to copy that and you want to come over to, I'm just going to get back here, give a comma. I'm gonna paste that, and I'm also gonna paste this one. Okay, so I want to copy this and I'm gonna get back to my checkout page. So I'm gonna get back to my checkout HTML, and I'm gonna look for proceed. Okay, make payment, or is it place an order? Yeah, place, yeah, that's it, place an order. So I'm gonna comment this out, and what I'm simply gonna do is, I could create a new div and give this div a class of whatever I want, and I'm gonna paste this. But not just pasting that, you want to wrap it around in a variable tag, and I'm gonna say dot render. So why am I saying dot render? That's because that's what they said we should do from over there. I'm gonna open up this again. As you can see, that's what they recommended over here, dot render, to go ahead and initialize it. Okay, and there is still a lot that you could do with this button. You could look at this URL over here. There is a lot that you could do. You could play around with this till you get tired. Okay, so over here, I think that's pretty much what we want to do. And okay, we could just go ahead and test this out now and see what we got. So now if we refresh this, everything's still loading up perfectly well. Now what do you notice? We get this buy it now thing, but it's not showing up any button, and that doesn't make any sense, right? So if I open this up on a new tab, then you're gonna see that it's trying to access the PayPal website, right? Okay, actually that's just an image URL. That's not what it's trying to access, but this over here is supposed to lead to somewhere. As you can see, trying to open up PayPal sandbox but not working, and that's because I need to connect to the internet. Okay, so I'm gonna connect to the internet and okay, just give me a sec, let me turn on something. Okay guys, just like I said, we're gonna go ahead and test this out now, and before we do that, I promise to show you guys how to get a sandbox account. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna come over to sandbox.paypal.com. So just open up a new tab on your favorite browser and hop over to sandbox.paypal.com. Okay, so as you can see, it looks exactly like the PayPal homepage. Now you could go ahead and create a new account, or you could go ahead and log in. It's a sandbox totally for testing. Now if I come over to login, as you can see, I already created an account, but it's totally up to you if you want to create an account, or if you already have an account, all you need to do is go ahead and copy this. Now if you want to create an account, there are two ways that you could use to create an account. So I'm simply going to come over to the sign up over here. Now you could create a business account, and you could also create a personal account. So a business account is the one that you're going to add in your settings.py. So I'm going to open up my settings.py, and that's what you're going to add over here. Okay, and a personal account is the one that you're going to be using to make the payments. So that's the one that whenever you hop over to PayPal and you want to make a payment, that's the one that you're going to use to log in. Okay, but the business account is where the payments are going to be sent to. So I don't want you guys to complicate that. Okay, so now you could create a new account, just sign up. I already have an account, but it's totally understandable and easy to create an account. Go ahead and create a simple account, choose business, and also create another one for personal, so you're going to be able to make payments. Okay, and also I'm going to be leaving all the links in the description below, so you guys won't find it difficult to navigate to all the pages that you will be using to create accounts. So now when we've done this, I'm gonna go ahead. As you can see, I don't have nothing in my carts. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add some things to my carts. I'm gonna add these 3 products, and as you can see, we got 3 things in our cart already. So now if we try going over to the carts, I think it should show something like we should log in. Yeah, okay, I think we are already logged in. So let me come over to /admin, and okay, as you can see, we are not logged in. So definitely we need to log in, because we are not going to be able to make payments, and I think that's because we omitted the login required thing over here. So we need to put in the login required. Seems like I haven't imported it yet, so I'm gonna just try the quick fix to see if that's gonna import it, which it's not helping. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna come over here. I'm gonna say from django.contrib.auth.decorators. I want to go ahead and import login required. Simple as that. Now if we pass this here at the top, that should work perfectly well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here again, and I'm going to refresh this. Now this should take us to a page that's that should let us log in. Okay, now if you take a close look at the URL, you'd see that it's trying to redirect us to the checkout page, but before that it went to this URL, which is account/login. So it wants us to log in before we could get to the checkout page, but it's not actually getting our login URL, which is sign in. So how do we tell Django to actually map our login URL to the login required? Now, in order to do that, you want to open up your settings.py. It's quite easy. Now, we're simply going to add a login URL and a login redirect URL. So a login URL is what's going to tell Django that this is our login URL. Okay, so over here, I'm just going to pass in user auth pipe sign dash in. So with this now, I'm going to get back here once more and let's try going to the checkout again. And so I'm just going to come over to the checkout. Now, what do you notice? It brings us to the login page. That's pretty cool. So I want to make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see everything that's going on. Now I'm going to go ahead and log in, and okay, this is where we are. It says you are logged in. Great. Now I'm going to head back to the checkout again, and this is what we have now. So we could go ahead and make a payment, and hopefully you guys already know how all this works. I explained it just a couple of seconds ago, how we rendered the button and how we did every other thing over here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click the buy now button, and this should connect to PayPal. Okay, as you can see, that was great. Now if you take a close look over here, you see that the price that we are getting is $200, $200 over here, and that's what we're going to be making the payments, and that's what we're going to be paying. Okay, and why are we seeing that price over there? That's because over here we added this dummy $200 dollar price. Now if you bump this up to 300 or let's say 400 or 499, then we simply get back to the checkout page and refresh again. Let's just get back to the checkout page, not the PayPal but the checkout page, and we refresh this and buy now. I want you guys to know that for now we are not getting the price automatically. If we're getting the price automatically, then we should be paying for $515 over here, but for now we are manually still passing that in. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit buy now, and we should see $4.99 in PayPal. What do you notice? $4.99. Now for you to make a payment, I'd want you to log in with your personal account. Okay, so if you take a close look, then you see that is how I created my personal and business accounts. The business one is business desphixs. This one over here, I'm just gonna get back here real quick. As you can see, it's businessdestiny@gmail.com, and the personal is personaldestiny@gmail.com. So like I explained earlier, the business is where the cash is going to be going to, the personal is the one that you're going to be using to make the payments. So this is just my way of doing it to actually free myself of confusion, and that's why I passed in personal over here, so I'd know the one that's for the personal and for the business. Okay, so you could go ahead and do the same thing. Now I'm going to go ahead and log in. So if we log in now, then we should see the PayPal page looking great. Hopefully you are not getting any errors by now. Now you could go ahead and choose a payment method, but it doesn't really mean for now any of this that you choose is going to pay the $4.99, and hopefully you guys know that all this is still in test mode. Now if we go ahead and pay this, then we should see a success message if we didn't mess around with any code a couple seconds ago. Okay, let's just give this. Okay, this is great. Now it shows that we should pay with all this. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and hit pay now, and let's see what would happen. Okay, it says this invoice has already been paid for. For more information, please contact the merchants. That's great. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get back, and let's get back. Okay, this is what we have. Great. Now what I could do is just go ahead and clear out all this orders that I have over here. Let's see in the views py, I'm gonna hop over to invoice number 3. How about we change this to invoice number 4, and just play around with this. I'm gonna change this to inv underscore number 4, and I'm gonna change the product to number 4, and let's just play around with the price a little bit, and hopefully we don't get any error now. Or let's just say 30. Okay, so we've done this. Now let's come over here and refresh one more time, and we simply want to go ahead and hit the pay buy now button or whatever, and hopefully we don't get any error again. So this opened up. As you can see, we already logged in, so we don't need to log in for the second time. And 30 USD, I could choose Visa. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and pay now. Then let's see what it's gonna bring up for us. Okay, great. What do you notice? It says you paid 30 USD. That's actually working perfectly well. And the reason why it didn't work the first time was because the invoice number already that we had here has been tampered with. So whenever one of this invoice have been paid for, PayPal automatically recognizes that an invoice with this name has been paid for. Rather, this invoice over here, it has been paid for. So you just need to change up the invoice. That's why we're going to be getting all this dynamically from the database in the next video. But as you can see from over here, we made the payment successfully, and we got our receipt number and the card that we paid with, and the amounts that we paid. Great. So now let's return to the merchant and see what we've got. So as you can see, it successfully redirects us back to this place, and that's pretty cool. But right now it gives us this dummy data over here that doesn't make any sense. This is just dummy data. In the next video, or in the upper videos, we're going to change up all this to make it actually look nice and, you know, work as expected. Now I think that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you guys learned something new. I just want you to have it at the back of your mind that this is not the final video. We're still gonna complete the PayPal integration in the next video, where we're gonna go ahead and get all this dynamically. Okay, so do make sure to drop a like, consider subscribing, as it really mean the world to me. Also, you want to get a template and the source code, check out the link in the description below. And until the next video, I'd love, peace out.